What's up, y'all? I'm Sable Danielle, and I'm going to talk about Profile 4-6 today. I'm a human design coach and sound healer and self-discovery coach. And I've noticed that y'all have been finding these videos very useful, so I would like to keep providing you guys these tips and gems of knowledge. So if you don't know your profile, you can go to my website, sabledanielle.com/getmychart, and put in your birth chart details, calculate that, and you'll get to see your energy type, your profile, and all that. And if you want to make sense of it, you can reach out to me, book a consultation, and also sign up for my free workshop February 9th, Know Yourself, Love Yourself, which is all about healing shadows through human design and learning to love yourself, becoming empowered just by being you. Details and everything are linked in my bio. But let's dive into this 4-6 profile. So this is pretty special because we're all very much special, but line fours in particular are known as the networkers and value like community and friendship. And that's just one little key nugget that we're going to talk about today. So if you're someone who like thrives on relationships and friendships, yet you also feel like you're on a journey of self-discovery and like transforming yourself and evolving and growing, you may be a 4-6 profile, because those are some key components to profile 4-6. And profiles represent like your role in life, how you interact with the world, and it's made up of two numbers. We don't need to get all into like where all that comes from right now, but basically the two numbers are made up of either lines 1 through 6, and there are 12 different profile types, but 4-6s are made up of line 4, the opportunist slash networker, and line 4s thrive on like relationships, community, that helps bring them opportunities and helps them network and just gain aligned opportunities. And then line 6s are known as the role model. They live through 3 different distinct phases in your life, which involve evolving into like a more authentic version of yourself over time. And we'll dive deeper into what those like distinct phases are. That's the only line that has different phases and like evolves like that in the profile lines and the different line types. So a core theme of 4-6 is being able to balance your relationships with personal journey of self-mastery and transformation and growth. And then also combining your natural gift of connection, which comes from line 4 as a networker, with the wisdom that you gain from your like journey of self-discovery, which comes from your line 6. And so let's talk about line 4, the opportunist, aka the networker. You're very relationship centered, and line 4 thrive on genuine aligned connections, and that's because it makes them feel good, number one. But as line 4s, that's how you network, and you are introduced to different opportunities, and that's how you like grow and experience things. So you're very community orientated, and you naturally build trust and loyalty within your relationships. Like you're pretty good about judging people, not judging, I guess judging isn't the right word, feeling and discerning about whether some people are aligned with you or whether they're not, and whether they feel good for you or whether they don't. You're also opportunistic by nature, and you attract opportunities which are established through your connections, and you don't necessarily like seek them. You don't have to seek them. They just naturally come to you. So as a line 4, you also create very meaningful and supportive relationships. So your relationships tend to be very like strong and probably not very superficial, for most of them at least. You also are a great person to build bridges with between people and like ideas, connecting those two things together. And then you're often the one that like holds the group or the community together, because you are very community based, and that's very important to you. So more than likely you're going to be the one to like reach reach out and make sure everyone's connected and intermingling and like doing stuff every now and then. Some challenges that you might have as a line 4, you might feel like unstable when your relationships are not healthy or if they're disrupted in any type of way. You might struggle with having superficial connections if you're not aligned and you're not discerning correctly. And you might fear change if it threatens like your network, your community, your friendships, or your stability, essentially, because that's what brings you stability and makes you feel stable and strong. So also line 6s, they have the 3 phases that I mentioned earlier. And the first phase is from like when you're born up until you're 30 years old, and that's like your period of trial and error. So you can experience things. And then the second phase is age 30 to 50 approximately, and that's when you take time to like retreat and observe and reflect and gain different perspectives from the experiences that you've had. You've got to heal from those experiences, take time to yourself to really like break those down and reflect, and that's what that second phase is for. And then the third phase is years 50 and beyond, and that's when you can like fully step into your role as like this wise person who has had all of these experiences that they've learned from, and now you can share with your community and the people closest to you, and be like a natural, authentic leader without even trying. It's just that you have so much knowledge and so many gems that people may be able to resonate with because of your life experiences, that they just naturally look to you and come to you for advice, and just feel like you are in a leader role, even if you're not trying to. And it's very inspirational to other people. Like you become very trusted and help people kind of learn to trust themselves also, because they see you as an authentic person embodying your truth, and that like brings them to you, it draws them to you, and that's because that's who they also want to be with, their own version of that. Some strengths of line 6 is that you're, like I said, a natural role model for authentic leadership. You inspire others by simply just being yourself. So you inspire other people to be themselves, which is huge. We want individuals. We don't want, sheep. And you also provide like great wisdom because you've had a lot of experiences. You took a lot of time to reflect on that, and you found like meaning in your journey. You didn't just get stuck in your journey or stuck in victim mentality or anything. Also, some challenges that line 6s might have is early in life might feel very like up and down and chaotic and turbulent because you're going through that trial and error. You're going through all those experiences. You have a lot of challenges that you may face, so that you can learn from those in your later phases, those later years. And you might struggle with impatience during like the second phase. Well, any of the phases, like you might struggle with impatience during the first phase. Like, why do I keep going through all these challenges? Why do I keep feeling like this? Why is life this way? And then once you get out of that phase, you're retreating and reflecting, and that's a 20-year phase essentially. That's a long time. First it's 30 years, and then it's 20 years, and then it's, a lot of years. And so it's like, damn, when do I get out of this phase of like reflection? I'm tired of reflecting and kind of being isolated and healing. I'm over healing because healing is great. Healing is necessary, but it's not always fun. It doesn't always feel good, and sometimes it feels like it lasts forever. But it's a journey that we have to be on. So we got to learn to be patient and, ride that out so we can get everything we need from it so that we don't have to repeat cycles. And then also you might feel like you're pressured to have everything figured out before you actually are ready to have it all figured out. So yeah, some advice for line 6s: be patient with your process and embrace the lessons of your early years. Don't judge yourself. Don't like beat yourself up about your experiences because essentially you were born to experience a lot so that you could learn a lot and you can offer a lot to yourself, to your loved ones, and then, the community as a whole. So it's not anything bad, it's your gift. Um, Together, line 6 and line 4 make up the 4-6 profile, and they complement each other very well. Fourth line, like I said, thrives on relationships, and the sixth line evolves into a role model over time. So you draw in a line community that's going to want to hear what you have to say, that feels like you have valuable information to share, that views you as an authentic, genuine person, a leader, a role model, even though you may not want the pressures of being a role model. You can't really turn that off. That's part of who you are. And so you're really good at building authentic connections, and you can become a really great source of knowledge and wisdom for your community. You can help your community learn how to heal, especially if you've learned how to heal yourself. And it doesn't have to necessarily be healing focused, but whatever your experiences are, even if it's your experience sharing one of your passions, your tangible passions, creating something, that's still your journey, that's still your experience, and people need to hear that. People can gain knowledge from that and use that. As a 4-6 profile, some of your strengths are you balance deep relationships with personal growth, you inspire others with your authenticity and your knowledge, and your community building and long-term leadership is has a lot of potential for you. You might feel you have some challenges and struggle with being very community based, especially if you're in your second phase of your 4-6, your 6th line journey. You might have some struggles dealing with the challenges that you're faced in life and maintaining your relationships during those times of challenges, or during the time that you need to reflect and isolate and be hermity. And relationships, 4-6 people value loyalty and authenticity in your partnerships, and your partner needs to respect your need for connection, and as well as the individual component part of your journey that stems from line 6. So it's very important that if you're in a relationship or whoever your loved ones are, they don't try to make you just be by yourself or only with them. You thrive in community, you thrive with your relationships. Having time with your friends, having time with big groups is very important to you. And so if you don't have that, you're not really going to feel aligned. So some strategies for 4-6: prioritize your relationships that align with your values and purpose, and prioritize people that understand your need for that, and being a community-based person, basically. Also, be patient with your journey. Allow yourself to be human and be compassionate with yourself throughout the struggles and challenges that you may face in your life. And just know that you're going to learn a lot from those and have a lot to offer because of your experiences and who you were born to be. And then also utilize your community. Your community helps amplify your growth and has a large impact. So it's not like you're using them or anything. It's just community is for you. Community is made for you. And your community thrives with you being part of it as well. So a little piece of reflection. How can you balance your need for relationships with your desire for personal growth and transformation as a 4-6 person? Some tips for living as a 4-6 profile. Trust the timing of your life. You're the only profile, not the only profile. Anyone with a line 6 in their profile is that's the only line that has 3 different phases. So those 3 different phases are very distinct and specific. So make sure that you're just trusting the timing of your life. Don't try to force things. Don't beat yourself up for what you're experiencing. Just take all of your experiences and pieces of, what you've experienced on your journey as nuggets of knowledge and ways that you can learn and grow and provide help for people that you care about. also just be authentic and allow your wisdom to emerge naturally. Like, and honor the timing of what your energy feels like. If you feel like, this chapter is about learning and trial and error, okay, great. But now you want to hermit and self reflect, allow yourself space to do that. So, just a reminder, line 4 is focused on relationship and communities, so that's very important to them. Don't try to keep them to yourselves if you have line 4 people in your life. And line 6 is about evolution through 3 different phases in your life, 3 different chapters. So, don't rush the timing of your life. Trust that and trust what you're learning and experiencing. As a 4-6, you're here to build very strong, meaningful connections and relationships, and also lead by example. So trust your journey, trust who you are, trust what you've learned, and nurture your relationships, and they will nurture you back. So I hope you found this useful, and I will catch